Hey guys, King Gath here with some mod news. So today we've got some new add-on packs and we've got some new patches that I've put out secretly in the last week or so, including one to Sim Settlements 1. So let's start off with thanking some patrons. You guys are making our job so easy on the Sim Settlements team. You're making it easy to manage the community and to do cool stuff because you're making it so we don't have to reach into our pockets to pay for all this stuff. So thank you guys so much. I want to give a shout out to a handful of you. If I don't get your name today, I will get you in the next video. But thanks to Michael Anton, Stanislav Volniansky. Tell me how bad I did on that one, Stanislav. Connor Sweeney, Drew K, Christopher Corto, Papa Watson Stuff, Orchestra, Kyle DeLeon, Jonan E. West, and Riella. Thank you all for helping out with the Patreon, with letting us do cool stuff with the Sim Settlements development. All right, let's get into some new add-on packs and mods that we've got to talk about. So the first one is not an add-on pack in the traditional sense. It's just a little tweak to some of the stuff in Sim Settlements 2 that will allow your settlers to use the mod Settlers Go Shopping with Sim Settlements 2 commercial plots. So Settlers Go Shopping is a mod that lets your settlers have idle conversation with the vanilla shopkeeper stalls, and now that will work with commercial plots. This mod is by Pendon, and you can go grab this now. It does require Settlers Go Shopping as well. Check out the description of Settlers. It's called Sim Settlers 2 Go Shopping, so go check that out and read in the description. It'll have a link to Settlers Go Shopping. Oh, all these Go Shopping mods. Grab both of those mods, and you'll be able to have your settlers interacting with your commercial plots. All right, next up, we have got a port of, and not just a port, it's actually a great extension to Whisper's Power Plots by Whisper, and this not only ports some of the designs from the Sim Settlements 1 mod of a similar name, but also adds some really interesting new ones. I think he's even got a gigantic 3x3 municipal power plot, so go check this out. Next up, we've got another port. This one is I guess I should stop calling these ports because they're going so much beyond ports, but this one I believe started out as the Institute themed pack from Sim Settlements 1 and is now gone beyond that, and its new name is Tech Settlements for Sim Settlements 2, and that is by a name pronunciation. I've never said your name aloud. I don't know how, because I'm sure I've talked about your mods, but maybe I just guessed before. So I'll guess again. Argyll. You guys know his stuff. For if you love the Institute, he did an add-on pack for Sim Settlements 1, and now a similar thing is available for Sim Settlements 2. All right, so I mentioned that I did some patches. So one of the patches I did is actually for Sim Settlements 1, and this was thanks to a ton of research done by Matt Lish, who dug into the code and found a really dumb mistake I had made in Sim Settlements 1, and it just went under the radar all this time, and it probably has cost some of you who are still playing Settlements 1 for Conqueror some grief, because it could cause the skin system to get stuck, which would mean that when you were going to capture one of the settlements that was pre-conquered, if you happen to be using that combination of things, you're playing Conqueror gameplay, you're using the pre-capture, this is where you'd most likely run into this, and it could make it so that the skins would get stuck and the transfer of power would seem to never ever complete, and that's because it basically wouldn't. You would end up in control of the settlement, but some of the code would just get stuck indefinitely. So now if you have any of that happening on any existing saves, unfortunately it's not repairable because it does involve an infinite loop. Your save will be fine, but that settlement will be basically stuck. So if you're still sticking around with Sim Settlements 1, which I don't blame any of you who love that and want to keep playing it, I left it up there and will continue to support it. But if you're one of those people playing that and you're playing with Conqueror, there's a great new patch for Sim Settlements 1 and the 3-in-1 as well that will resolve an issue that would come up when you're taking control of settlements. So if you're a Conqueror player, go grab that update to Sim Settlements 1. And then I also updated the Wasteland Reconstruction Kit. There were a whole ton of items that Whisper had put in snap points for via mesh replacers, and those I failed to include those with the initial release, so there were quite a few of them. Now, one of the things I want to talk about with these mesh replacers is I often tell people to watch out for mesh replacers from mods, because oftentimes they will replace a vanilla mesh that's used out in the game world, and then this can cause things to get offset in weird angles or cause crazy collision. Like I know Snappy Build Kit has one of these that affects one of our custom made cells, and so you got to watch out for stuff like that with the mods that are doing that kind of swapping. And in our way, what we did was we only touch the snap points. We don't mess with the origin of the item. We don't change the scale or rotation. We don't change any of the collision. We just change it so that it modifies the it modifies the snap points or adds them to it. So that way you guys using these in workshop mode can have a better experience. So if you're using Wasteland Reconstruction Kit, I would go grab the update, and you'll find that there are a lot more items with snap points all of a sudden. All right, then the last little update I did is for those of you guys who are add-on creators. If you aren't already on our Discord server for mod authors, you should join up because you'll learn a lot of useful information. But also, you'll find that periodic updates to the Xedit scripts that are included with the Add-on Makers Toolkit are posted there before they get updated in our toolkit. Well, I just finally updated the toolkit today, and it has the last couple of weeks worth of updates to the Xedit scripts in it. So if you're using the toolkit, you're going to want to go grab it again and grab those Xedit scripts and update yours in your Xedit installation. All right, guys, take care and enjoy the mods.